Hey everybody, this is Mr. Sheridan. Today is October 30th, and this is Zoology. I hope you're all having a great day, had a good week. So this week is a really special, unique week for the FFA. This was supposed to be our national FFA convention. So as we've talked about earlier in the year, there are about 700,000 members in FFA across the United States, and then plus the Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. So about 70,000 of them every year end up in, or about 70,000 people. So they're not all members, but they usually have about 70,000 people that end up in Indianapolis every year around this time for National FFA Convention. And it's a time for them to get together and compete in national contests. The state contest winners compete at nationals. In most of the CDE events that we have talked about in either the leadership or the skills contest that we've talked about. I had a chance to compete in a few of those contests at National Convention, which was really, really neat. But then there's also general sessions where the 6-person national officer team runs convention sessions where they give out awards, where they have speeches and presentations, where they have motivational stuff and instruction on how you can be a better chapter. They award national chapter degrees and American FFA degrees. So let's take a little bit of a tour of what we have for you today. So if you go into your classroom and scroll down here, what I've asked you to do is, if you go to week 11, where we are right now. So again, for those of you who were not here this week, let's talk about that really quickly. We had a lab. We had about 8 of you that made it in to do our lab on reproductive tracts and come in and actually pass rods and learn how to artificially inseminate cattle. Had a really fun time. It was nice. And so if I will be posting a video kind of demonstrating those things, I've not gotten to that yet. And then my wife, who is running that lab, is also putting together a video of her actually going to a dairy farm and breeding cows and checking cows as she went through the barn and that sort of thing. So she put together a really cool video that we'll be posting next week too. So we are going to continue to cover cattle reproduction over the next couple of weeks. So I would encourage you to go back and make sure that you're caught up on those things. So, but as it is FFA Friday, what I'd like for you to do today is I'm going to send you to ffa.org, where they have a number of different videos from their virtual national convention this week. So what I want you to do is I want you to go in and I want you to watch one of these sessions. So I would encourage you, if you've never been around FFA and you don't really know what's going on, I would encourage you to start on session 1. If you want, you can also come to the welcome session. There are speeches from the governor of Texas, where they actually filmed the convention this year. The governor of Indiana is in there. The Secretary of Agriculture, the Secretary of Education, all give presentations on to the FFA members, and typically they would actually be in attendance for this National FFA convention. For those of you who didn't think this is a big deal, it's a big deal. So I would encourage you, and we'll play a little bit of this session 1 for the folks who are here live in class, but you can scroll down through here and see if you want to see some of the information on national officers. The national officers actually give a speech. This dude actually was some of the FFA talent, so he actually sang something. If you come down here, there's actually presentations from the National FFA Band and the National FFA Chorus. If you want to do just a quick convention review, this might be a quick, short way for you to make your way through and just get an idea of what the sessions were like. If you want to see who our next national officer team is going to be, you can watch this session on the national officer elections. I would point you to here as well. We did have an American degree recipient from Dansville this year, which is a very big deal. So Jacob Sorensen, the older brother of Matthew and Megan and Madison, received his American FFA degree this year. So actually he was highlighted. And the way that they did that this year is that they recognized all the students that did that. Hopefully next year, if we are all in person, we can get Jacob down there and walk it across the stage to a bunch of applause, because he deserves that. If you want to look at winners of CDE, and so this would be career development events and leadership development events, you can go there. and there's all kinds of other stuff that I would encourage you to look through here. So what I want you to do as an assignment, though, I want you to buzz through some of those videos, watch a few of them, at least a convention in review. I would encourage you to watch the first session. And then I want you to fill out a KWL chart about what you learned, what you didn't know, what could have been interesting that was interesting that you found, and what you've learned about National Convention. So not a tricky assignment for today, and we will end up getting more assignments as we move forward, as we go through cattle reproduction. I would encourage you to go back and continue to work on developing your ag topic that we've been working on for the last few weeks on Fridays. Make sure that those are up to date. By this time, you should have an outline and an introduction written for a speech on an agricultural topic. If you don't, then you are behind. So please get with me and let me know, and I can help you either find a topic or move forward. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a safe Halloween, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend.